Good afternoon, traders. I want to go over an update from yesterday's video. We're going to go over US30. I'm going to highlight some confluences, and I want to also just break down my forecast for the pair. So right now we're looking at the US30 currency pair. We see that price is currently on a downtrend. We see that there are supply and demands, there's pivots, there's everything. Continuing on from the previous video, I did mention that I am going to be bearish on US30. I actually closed out some pairs. This is the next day, and as we can see on a 30-minute time frame, price is maturing out of a range. We see that range had started a couple days ago, back on the 15th. Price did break out into some new highs for the week, and then it started to consolidate. So that consolidation actually created what I call a range, and I was looking for the breakout of that range and a continuation towards the downside, or a bounce from that range, some demand zone, and a continuation to the upside. Right now we are seeing in live action, price had broken that demand zone, and it looks like it's going to go on down. Well, we already know that there's going to be a couple of things that happen before price does go in the proper direction of forecast, because price does not move linear. It always moves in patterns. Price did break this low, but there's a possibility of a high that could be broken, and price could go as high as the most recent highs of the month, which is around 35,853. Now that is the likelihood of it happening if price does go against us. But like I said, I do believe price is going to continue to the downside and at least touch our support, which is down below at 34,331. Now I want to highlight the Fibonacci retracement tool and go from a swing high to a swing low. So now we can see more of where we're looking at in the range in a little bit of a tighter scope. Right now we have a Fibonacci retracement, and we can see that price is currently rejecting that 61.8. Now, if price does go slightly above 35,334, we could suspect price to continue to the upside. There's a higher probability. But as long as price does stay below the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement right here, we could suspect it to go down to the zero, which is around 34,331. And that is where I'll be looking to take my US30 target. Once price does reach there, I'm looking to half my position and take some money off the table, because I do have a longer term macro approach. I do suspect price to ultimately go down farther below and touch 33,659 at some point this quarter. But anything can happen. Price could bounce and hit 34,411 before price does hit the lower end of the range. Now, if that does happen, price could bounce, it could consolidate in between, and we could be whipsawed in a range for several weeks or days or a couple months. To prevent that from happening, there are always going to be milestones, and there's going to be short-term targets that we take in order to take money off the table. So target 1 is at 34,427, and target 2 is looking at 33,456. On the longer term, I do suspect price to potentially go down farther, but we will continue to follow up on this pair as time goes on. Now, I want to go over one more thing with you all. The Master Traders Guild. There's 4 days remaining to register for the pre-launch. All you have to do is go to mastertradersguild.com and enter your name, email, and phone number, and that's it. I will get back to you, and I will get the team ready to get you set up. Now, what is the Master Trader? Well, it's pretty much the entire academy plus advanced material. So you also, or incorporating a funded trader program where you're going to be able to trade with $30,000 in capital and actually have the opportunity to withdraw gains on that 30,000 capital that you are trading. So an example is, if you get a $30,000 account to trade with and you make 10% in a month, you are going to have access to withdraw that 10%. So what is 10% of 30,000 is $3,000. So that's capital that you did not have before that you're able to withdraw because you're trading on my margin. And I'm doing this as a goodwill effort, but also I'm looking for traders to ultimately trade in my private fund. And that is going to be discussed with each individual in the future. But like I said, go to mastertradersguild.com and you can pre-register for the course. It is going to be released in 4 days. And I hope you all make the right decision and just show some interest. And that's it for today. I'll follow up with you all. Have a good one.